Hey, what's happening out there, YouTube? This is Carlos, C&L Small Engine Repair and Lawn Care. Darn, it's getting hot out here already. Oh, hey, this is for the small engine repair guys. I just want to show you what you're in store for. The side of the business that nobody else ever sees, I guess. Especially like your customers and stuff like that. They don't ever see this part, but I mean, today's Saturday. I'm only in the shop today from 10 to 2. You know, that's one of the perks, I guess, of running your own businesses. You set your own hours now. But all this week, I mean, just don't think I'm slacking, because all this week has been 10, 12-hour days between lawn care and the small engine repair. It's wide open, man. I mean, it is. I've got a few things I could be doing, but man, it's mid-season burnout. You know what I mean? I'm tired. I'm like, shoot, I ain't messing with nothing today. No working on, as far as twisting wrenches and mowing lawns, I'm not doing none of that. But I wanted to show y'all this part. Hang on a second. This is the part I wanted to show you guys. Every once in a while, you've got to go through all your junk and your trash. Look at that. Looks like Concho's dump around here, man. Look at that. I mean, them's just old weed eaters and stuff. It's just trashed. Old tiller, a couple mower decks, a couple more weed eaters, another mower. There's a mower guy's got still yet to pick up. It's junk. It's gone. He don't want to rebuild it, and I don't blame him. Well, the tractor's ours. But there's one I've been robbing parts off of. Some of this stuff y'all may have seen before. No, that one's ours. The Husqvarna there. That little mower's mine. I picked. A lady just gave that to me and adjusted the cable on it, and it starts and runs fine. I just put that one out just to have it. I'll probably sell it, but Franken mower there, it's still here. It needs to go in the worst way. All this right here, all that's junk. None of that runs. Pressure washer, the engine runs on it, but the pump ain't no good. The little mower right there, it needs a set of rings put in it, which it's mine. I've been robbing parts off it, and I shouldn't have been, but I did just to try to get through. That old tiller right there, it's done. They don't even make parts for that thing anymore. That pressure washer right there, pump's locked up on it. Pump's on back order. This is what you got to look forward to, guys. I have to put this stuff in the building and take it out every day when I get here. Those two generators right there, a lady brought them to me, wanted me to take two and make one. Neither one of them had any compression in them. So that one's kind of done. This mower right here needs an engine. Guy, I've got an engine, but he wants to put another engine on it. I've got a 18 horsepower horizontally opposed Briggs down there I was going to put on it, but it didn't really break my heart, because I got a few things planned. If y'all watch this winter and things, you'll probably see a few things that I'm going to do with that 18 horsepower opposed Briggs down there. And now the side by side there, it's ours. But let me show you what's going on inside the shop. That pressure washer needs the carburetor cleaned out. That one I'm waiting on parts for. I'm actually waiting on a couple front wheels. The front axle was out of it. This pressure washer right here, waiting for somebody to come pick it up. All these weed eaters down through here. Most of them are ready to go. A few of them still need a few things here and there. Then of course this one had some bent push rods, and the head was bad, and now I'm going to try to get the exhaust push rod. Actually went back through the oil channel back into the sump on the bottom of it, down into the crankcase. So hopefully I can dig that out without pulling that engine. Sometimes, guys, I'll go ahead and show y'all this right real quick. Sometimes, now this is a sometime, very seldom does this happen, but sometimes you can take a little magnetic tool like that one and fish that out through the oil, where you put the oil in, the oil tube right there. You can take that oil tube out and fish down in there sometimes, drain the oil, especially if you've got like a sump pump, a pump, and you're pulling that oil, you know, you're pulling it back to this oil thing, shoot, your dipstick, your oil tube here. Golly, I'm brain dead today. Anyway, you can pull it, you know, if you sump it back, sometimes it'll drag that push rod back down there, and you can reach down in there with this tool. It takes a little bit of time, but you can get it out. And, here's the old head. I made a video on this head. I just haven't completed it yet. There's the new one. There's the old one. So, you know, just one of them things. I don't really think that there's that much wrong with all that, except for, you know, guys, look, man, it's like this. Let me explain this to you. Maybe you guys just starting out down there in the small engine repair. When you got a guy or a customer and you're covered up the way I am, and you have a customer that comes in, you know, I mean, and he's got something like this head here to do or something like that, yeah, I could just put valves in it. I could pull the head off. I could put and reseat the valves and all that in there, and I could probably save him a little bit of money, okay? But I don't have really, I mean, you're selling time, okay, guys, is what you're doing. When you're doing this small engine repair, you're basically selling time. Now, for me to say I don't have time to do it wouldn't be right, because I do sell time, so it doesn't matter. But when you're covered up to the gills, sometimes it's better just to slap a new head on there, because really, when I added up, say that I had to do all that. Say I had to regrind, I mean not regrind, but reseat these valves and do all that on the old head. He's going to pay as much in labor as he's going to pay to have a new head. You have to look at that. You have to kind of balance that out. It's like a carburetor on a weed eater. If I can buy a carburetor for $15 and it takes me 15 minutes to pull the old carb off and put the new carb on, well, he's going to pay the $15, and then he's going to pay probably about 30 minutes of labor for me to do that. Well, with what I charge, that's 50 bucks. I charge $35 an hour, which is dirt cheap, man. I mean, I know it's cheap, but I don't have a whole lot of overhead in the small engine repair business. With this little building, this building's paid for, you know, I mean, I just don't have a whole bunch of it. So I do pretty good with it. Most of these guys around here are charging $75 and $80, your dealers and stuff like that, but look what they're doing, man. I mean, they're paying a huge power bill every month, employees, but anyway, all right, say that on that same weed eater that I take and rebuild that carburetor. All right, I'm going to take that carburetor off. I'm going to put it in the Ultrasonics parts cleaner. I don't even rebuild carburetors anymore unless they go in the tank. I ain't even messing with that crap. I mean, if I get a dirty carb in here and I've got to rebuild it, it's going in the Ultrasonics cleaner. I'm not going to try to clean it out with carb spray. And I mean, if you're a homeowner and that's what you got, well, that's what you got. You know what I mean? But once you start getting into the business and things, and you get parts cleaners and stuff like that, that's the way to go, because I can throw that thing in a parts cleaner and I can go do something else. But I've got to use my parts cleaner. I've got to take that thing, completely disassemble it, which don't take, what, 5-10 minutes maybe. Throw it in the parts cleaner for 20-30 minutes. Get it out. Then I spray it off with some carb cleaner just to get some of the gunk and stuff like that, anything that the Ultrasonics cleaner missed. Then I'm going to stand there for 20-25 minutes and rebuild it. Then I'm going to put it back on. Well, if I charge $35 an hour labor, and the rebuild kit costs $10, $12, $15, he's still at 50 bucks. Now, I've wasted an hour, not wasted, but I've got an hour of my time in it, plus the rebuild kit. Why not save yourself the time for the same amount of money and just go ahead and put a new carb on it and be done with it? It's, you know, it's done. It's over with. You know, for really, he's got a brand new carb. You know, guys, try to stay away from Amazon and crap like that, unless you really know the name of the manufacturer of the carburetor. Now, there's a few that I'll use off there on certain things. Like, I mean, you know, come on, man. If some dude brings in, you know, Husqvarna, say a 129C or a 128L or something like that, or 123L, something like that, 223L, something like that. You know, I'm probably going to use a cheaper carburetor on it. You know, or it just depends. Like the 129C, good luck finding a carburetor for that thing. You just about got to rebuild those. But like your little weed eaters that people bring in, these little Polands and Craftsmans that, you know, I mean, they're 6-7 years old. Man, you know, they paid $130 for them, 150. Who cares? Just slap you a cheap carb on that thing and let it roll, man, and get it out of your shop. Get paid and go on to bigger and better things. I don't turn anybody down. I'll try to work on anything. As you can see out there from that junk pile I just showed you, I'll attempt just about anything. But that doesn't mean that I'm bleeding. So I looked down, I was like, what the heck? I wiped my leg. But anyway, geez. I don't even know what I hit it on this morning. But you can't take a car, you know, a weed eater that's worth $50, man, and charge $70, $80 to fix it. You know, but if that's all somebody's got, man, you know, West Virginia, we're hard hit up here. We don't have the economy that a lot of your bigger cities and things like that do. Especially, I mean, I'm in West Virginia. I'm not even in the capital. I'm out in a little small town. I don't even know how many people we got in this town, man. It probably ain't a whole lot, but I don't know. I'm gonna guess say 10, 15,000 maybe. That'd be stretching it. That's if you counted all the little babies and kids probably too. But anyway, so we don't have that kind of economy around here. So I don't see on hitting nobody hard like that. But guys, when you get into business for yourself, this is the kind of stuff you're going to run into. I mean, you're going to have stuff sitting around all over the place. You're going to have to load up. And that's what I'm doing today. I'm just straightening all this stuff up, seeing what is what, and going to get rid of it. 2, you've got a parts bin that looks like that. Look at that. That's really not my parts bin, but that's old carburetors down there in the floor. You can see all that. There's old blades and cross members and old engines and stuff like that. Look here under the bench. I got old engines and stuff under there too. I mean, I got them sitting everywhere, man. I've got to get rid of some of this stuff. This is the part your customers never see. And the thing is, if you don't clean this up, your customers will see it. They'll walk in, they'll be like, golly, man, how's this guy working this mess? You know, I mean, I don't know if I want to drop my stuff off here or not. But shoot, I don't blame them. If I pulled up and I was dropping off something, I mean, do you want to drop your vehicle off to a guy that's going to work on your car that looks like a junkyard? Probably not, man. So, guys, you got to keep all this stuff cleaned up and straightened up and all that kind of good stuff. And, some days there's work that you're not going to make any money that day. I mean, you're just not going to. I'm not making a penny today. For a matter of fact, I'm spending money today. And people say, well, you know, you can take it to the scrap yard. Well, last I checked around here, it was $5 on 100 pounds. So how many weed eaters does it take to make 100 pounds? And then they're not going to give you the whole 100 pounds because a lot of that's just plastic and bull crap on there. It don't even count. What I try to do is take 5-gallon buckets, put all my flat steel in one, take all my carburetors, all my spindles and stuff like that, break them down. If there's any parts that I can use, you know, then I pull them, especially like off your riding mowers and stuff like that. I'll pull those parts. Like on these engines here, you know, I'm going to pull the valve covers. I'm going to pull the heads off of them. Probably like the camshafts. Because, I mean, like I said, man, when you're in an area that we don't have a big economy, if I've got a good camshaft and a guy comes in here and says, man, you know, my mower's bad, and I pull it apart and, you know, the cam's gone, it's wore plumb out in it, then I've got to use cam. I'm going to call that guy and say, look, man, you know, I can save you, you know, half of what a new cam's going to be. And that's how I price my parts, too. If it's a good part, If a new cam would be $100, then I will sell him a used cam for about 45 or 50. Just depends on, you know, what it is and who it is, that kind of thing. But if I can help somebody out, I will. That's the kind of stuff that your customers never see. Is you coming in one day, disassembling all these mowers, taking all this stuff apart, standing there with a label. You know, I buy the tags with the string on it, and I just write on there, you know, 18 horsepower, Briggs & Stratton Intech camshaft, and put it on the shelf. It may be 2 years before I sell that camshaft, but one day I'll sell it. You know, if not, shoot. Yeah, I might have one of my own engines go down. I've got parts for it. I can slap it together and keep on mowing on my lawn care side. Don't think that some of my mowers ain't held together with duct tape and bell and wire. I'm here to tell you, I have just about crushed these 2 tractors this year. But next year I'll have me a stand one, but a commercial mower. But until then, I'm using what I got, fellas. But guys, if you want to get in the small engine repair business, this is what you got to look forward to, is your Saturdays, 3 or 4 hours. Come in, clean up your shop, clean up outside your shop, keep it looking good, keep it clean, sweep the floor, take out the trash, burn the boxes or take the boxes off. You know, I mean, you the man. If you're going to open your own business, you everything but from the CEO to the janitor. Anyway, guys, listen, CNL is doing well this year. We're not doing too bad. It's our first year. We're doing okay with the lawn care and the small engine repair. There's times I bite off more than I can chew. That's why that there's weeks that, you know, when you own your own business, man, and you're doing 60, 70 hours a week, that's what you can expect, guys. Don't think that you're going to breeze in here for 30 hours a week or 20 hours a week and lay at the lake the rest of the time and run your boat and run your four-wheeler in the fall. Don't think you're going to be out deer hunting and squirrel hunting and rabbit hunting all the time or playing golf, whatever you do. Don't think that you're going to be doing all that. When you run a business, man, and you own your own business, it's on you. So there's Saturdays and things like that that you're not going to be able to spend with your family. You're going to be here at this business, in this shop, doing the stuff that I'm doing today. But anyway, guys, I done took up about 11 minutes of your time. You know, I end all my videos like this. No matter what you do, even if it's that Saturday you're not making a penny and you're like, I don't want to do this. You go into that shop and you're doing what I'm doing today. Do it for the glory of God. Do it the best you can do it, man. Do it the best you can do it. Do it for His glory and His honor and everything, because without Him, they ain't none of this possible. CNL is out.